Hi everyone. Have you ever made the White King sweat and run? Today we will learn about a rare and deadly trap which you can use while playing with black pieces and make the White King run for life. This is Gaurav Khare, and with today's video I am starting a series of tutorials on chess traps which you can use in your chess games, and if your opponent falls for your trap, he can lose the game very quickly. So please click on the subscribe button below and the bell icon as well so you do not miss any of our chess trap videos. This fantastic chess trap we are going to learn today is also known as the Lasker trap and is named after Emanuel Lasker, one of the strongest chess player of all times. This trap is played with the black pieces when you start with the Albine counter gambit. If you are not aware of the opening name, do not worry. Let us go to the chessboard and see for yourself. For this trap, your opponent should start with Queen's Gambit, that is d4, d5 and c4. Here you will play e5, which is the Albine counter gambit. Since you are offering your d-pawn for free, white will capture this pawn and you will play d4. This d4 pawn is much stronger than it appears. Currently, it is preventing the white from developing the knight at c3. So a general response from white is to exchange this pawn and play e3. If white plays e3, he has already taken a step to fall into your trap. Here you do not capture the pawn, but instead play bishop to b4 check. Here white will block the attack by playing bishop to d2. And in this position, you are going to play d takes e3. White will think that you have blundered and forgot about your bishop, and he will capture your bishop immediately. If he plays this, your trap is completed, and now it is time for a payback. Here you will capture the pawn on f2 with a check. In this position, the only move that White King can play is e2. If he captures the pawn on f2, then he loses the queen. So White will play e2. And here comes the deadliest move of this trap, which will stun your opponent. He would not have imagined it. You will capture the knight on g1 with your pawn and promote it to a knight. Yes, not to a queen, but to a knight. Promoting to a queen does not work here. Let's say you promote this pawn to a knight, to a queen. In that case, queen captures queen, king captures queen, and rook captures queen. And white is back into the game. So you promote to a knight with a check on the king. In this position, if rook to g1, then bishop g4 and white queen is gone. So king must move here, but he cannot move away from his queen, else queen captures queen. So the only move possible is king to e1. And here you play queen to h4 check. In this position, if white blocks by g3, then queen to e4 and the rook is lost. So White King is sweating here. The only square for him is to go to king to d2. And here you play knight to c6, attacking the bishop. Bishop has to go to c3, and now you play bishop to g4, attacking the queen. And where will the queen go? If queen to c1, then queen to f2 check, and there is a mate in two moves. Either bishop to e2 and queen e2 check mate, or if king to d3, then bishop to f5 check mate. If queen to c2 here, then queen to f2 check, and bishop is lost, and subsequently the pawn and as well as the rook. And a mate is coming soon. One move for queen here is to play queen to e1, and in that case you just castle queen side, and king has to play somewhere away from the queen, and the queen is lost. So this becomes an unplayable position for white. From white's perspective, let's go back to the position where white captured your bishop. In this position, white should capture the your pawn with the f pawn, and then after queen to h4 check, stop it, block it with your g3, and after queen to e4, knight f3, and capturing the pawn. This bishop is blocked. Then bishop to e2, and the game is equal. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. There are more chess traps coming soon, so please comment, share, subscribe, and have fun playing chess.